These are the best side characters in Friends. Number 1. Phoebe's first serious relationship on the show was with David the scientist guy. He's a genuinely nice guy who cared about Phoebe, and it's a shame he wasn't part of her endgame.
I was just saying to my friend that I thought you were the most beautiful woman that I'd ever seen in my life. And then he said, you said you thought Daryl Hannah was the most beautiful woman that he'd ever seen in his life.
He was able to return from Minsk a few times, and his last appearance was in season 9, where he made a last gambit to spend his days with Phoebe.
Isn't an engagement ring supposed to have a diamond?
Oh, there it is.
Yes, well, being a failed scientist doesn't pay quite as well as you might think. That's 1/70th of a carat. And the clarity is quite poor.
Number 2. The longest present side character is Gunther, who appears in the vast majority of episodes, usually as a background character in love with Rachel.
I just came for the red velvet pillow.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, and don't forget, you can come visit her anytime you want.
Oh, good, great.
He does have a huge impact on the show at a key moment for Ross and Rachel, being responsible for shaping their entire dynamic going forward.
Gunther, please tell me you didn't say anything to Rachel about me and the girl from the copy place.
I'm sorry. Was I not supposed to?
Number 3. Monica's rich boyfriend, Pete Becker, shows up in a few episodes throughout season 3, where he pursues Monica for a relationship.
He could get you something else?
Yeah, I'll have a slice of cheesecake and a date if you're giving them out.
When that relationship happens, it lasts 6 episodes, but eventually comes to an end when Pete looks at his life and decides that something is missing.
It's time for me to conquer the physical world.
Okay.
Monica, I want to become the ultimate fighting champion.
You want to what?
Number 4. Ross and Monica's parents feature regularly throughout the show, and both have their moments of absolute gold.
Listen to me. When my time comes, I want to be buried at sea.
You what?
I want to be buried at sea. It looks like fun.
While Jack Geller is doing his best to be unpredictable, Judy is out there delivering lines with comic brilliance.
Monica, why you felt you had to hide the fact that you're in an important relationship is beyond me.
And we kind of figured about the porch swing.
Ross, drugs, divorced again.
Number 5. Erica is the last recurring character to appear on the show throughout its last season. She plays the birth mother to Chandler and Monica's adopted children.
Monica, Chandler, I'd like you to meet Erica.
Hi, it is so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for agreeing to see us.
She wasn't the brightest, which resulted in some mix-ups that made for a stressful time for Monica and Chandler, even if we enjoyed watching them.
Did anybody tell you?
I don't think so. Although they did mention something about 2 heartbeats, but I thought that was just mine and the baby's. They kept saying both heartbeats are really strong, and I thought, well, that's good because I'm having a baby.
Number 6. Both of Rachel's sisters feature as side characters on the show, but only one of them, Amy, shows up more than once.
Guys, this is my sister, Amy. This is Chandler, Joey, Phoebe, and you know Mon.
Hi.
Oh my God. You're on Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Wow. They must put a lot of makeup on you.
Amy tends to get on people's nerves by being so self-centered that she doesn't even register other people's emotions or lives. Her obliviousness to the lives of others earns her a spot on this list.
So beautiful.
Oh, I know, isn't she?
No, I was talking about your bedding.
Number 7. Appearing more often than either of Rachel's sisters is Joey's slightly eccentric agent, Estelle Leonard. She might not be the best in the game, but she certainly works hard.
I think it went pretty well. I got a call back for Thursday.
Joey, have you ever seen me ecstatic?
Oh.
Well, here it is.
Although it might be best not to trust her with any sensitive information, as she's not always the best at keeping track of where everyone is and what they're up to, getting Joey's hopes up.
It's kind of on the QT. The actor who has the part doesn't know he might be fired. It's a lead in a series, Mac and Cheese.
I'm the lead in Mac and Cheese.
Uh-oh.
Number 8. Those unfamiliar with Friends will be surprised to hear that Chandler lived with anyone other than Joey and Monica. But if you've watched the show, then there's no forgetting Eddie Menuak.
My last girlfriend, Tilly, okay, we're eating breakfast, right? And I made all these pancakes. There was like 50 pancakes, right? And all of a sudden she turns to me, all right? And she says, Eddie. I said, yeah. She says, Eddie, I don't want to see you anymore. And it was literally like she had reached into my chest, ripped out my heart, and smeared it all over my life, you know?
His incompatibility with Chandler goes deeper than just his intense kind of humor. As the longer Chandler gets to know him, the more uncomfortable he becomes.
What are you doing here? Nothing, Rumi, just watching you sleep. Why? Makes me feel, peaceful.
Number 9. Another parent, Frank Buffar Sr., only appears in one episode. But, given his complete lack of a relationship with Phoebe in the past, it's a particularly heart-wrenching one.
So, how did you know Frances?
Well, I hadn't seen her for years, but, I was pretty tight with her and her daughter.
Really? What's your name?
Frank Buffet.
Unfortunately, it's never revealed if the two maintained a relationship after this moment, but it's comforting to know that Phoebe at least got the closure of meeting her father at least once.
What about the girls?
Well, Ursula is a waitress, and she lives in Soho. And Phoebe is on this couch. Yep, lipstick and a daughter. Big day for you.
Number 10. These next parents aren't from any of the main groups. Emily's parents are only in a handful of scenes, but they managed to leave a lasting impression.
How do you do? Very nice to meet you. Darling, the gallows. Darling, it's the gallows. She's very self-involved, you know. I should never have married her.
For their short time on the show, they managed to get on the wrong side of Ross's parents, and as they spend longer together, tensions begin to rise.
What's going on?
Nothing. Everything's under control.
You want a piece of me, sir? Is that what you're saying? Want a piece of me?